So guys, the Nigerian military has given a stern warning to the IPOB members / the ESN over what happened in Abia. Honestly, they are saying they are going to go hard on them. Don't forget that many people are of the opinion that this attack may not have even come from the IPOB members, that proper investigation has to be conducted. Before you take a look at what the military spokesman got to say, take a look at some of the opinions coming up.
Abia State won by Labour Party. The governor is Alex Oti, a relatively peaceful state. There's a plan by some actors to cause chaos in that state, to bring insecurity in that state. And you know, in a state that there's insecurity, it is hard for the governor to govern. Abia State has seen the light. The performance of the governor is budget and transparent. To an extent, people are satisfied with his governance. Now, many actors are using this Biafra Day celebration to perpetrate evil and cause insecurity in that part of the southeast. You see,
first things first, I've been saying to people, whether anybody likes it or not, that nobody can stop Biafra. No human being can stop Biafra. No human being can stop the sun from shining, whether you like it or not. No, it's not. See, Biafra is a spirit.
It is now that Abia State has become a signpost of good leadership and good governance, where the renaissance and the redevelopment or the structural development of the southeast is expected to germinate from Abia State. Recently, the governor launched a rail line project. The governor launched also the development of the seaport. We are talking about all aspects of national development.
Exactly.
You recently you could see
the general hospital there, complete renovation.
Electricity,
yes.
And then recently even some companies have started making tires in Abia, and then Abia has become a very critical hub of industrial development. So people are now asking, how come? Who is causing this? Who wants to tag the dog a bad name in order to hang it? And then and that's why there are a lot of conspiracy theories, and people are now asking the government and people of Abia State to remain focused, because there may be some
detractors,
some people who some detractors to some fifth columnists and some detractors who do not want the development that is coming up in Abia State, and who possibly, in everything, Nigeria has become an environment where everything is tied to politics. Because if we can be talking about 2027 election now in 2024, that tells you how terrible our environment is, where we sometimes fail to cut the line of distinction between politics and good governance.
So guys, it is very clear that, nobody can actually say that this attack was carried out by the IPOB members. Don't forget that even the spokesperson for the IPOB, in the person of Emma Powerful, has come out to say that the IPOB shouldn't be linked to this attack, that investigation should be conducted, because they told us that these people were totally masked. I mean, these people were masked in a way that you can't even identify them. And some people are even saying that it might just be enemies of the state. I mean, enemies of the progress recorded by Alex Oti. They are the ones that came into the state to do what they did. But the army is not leaving the IPOB alone in this matter. They are still pointing to IPOB being responsible for what happened in the state. Listen to this.
And the military is such that there's a spirit. And I'm sure most of you have heard of Esprit de Corps. If you touch one, you touch all. If you touch the one in Abuja, the one in Maiduguri is vexing. The one in Zamfara is vexing. And we, the senior ones, have a responsibility to say, look, calm down. Calm down. Otherwise, they begin to see us as we don't care. That we have been fighting this battle for over 10 years. And do you know the meaning of that? To the southeast, where we have Operation Udoka. the troops of Operation Udoka rigorously conducted clearance operations across the theater to frustrate the activities of terrorist groups and restore peace to troubled areas within the southeast. The offensive activities of troops tamed many security challenges bedeviling the operational theater in the southeast region. The major security threat in the southeast has been posed by the indigenous people of Biafra and their militant wing, the Eastern Security Network, and through our ongoing operations, troops have degraded the potency of the indigenous people of Biafra and their Eastern Security Network cohorts. And troops continue to, and the group, despite troops' operations and activities, they continue to employ opportunities, targets, mostly on sub-targets to portray relevance. However, with the support of sister services and other security agencies, troops have continued to optimize its operations against the terrorist group and boxing them in their place.
So guys, like I've always told you, there are a whole lot of reactions, and I'm going to allow you to take a look at some of these reactions coming from concerned Nigerians who believe that actually IPOB and the Biafran spirit is still what is tormenting Nigeria, because you know Nigeria has not listened to the Southeast, and that is why the Southeast is like, you know, moving backward instead of forward. You can imagine these security challenges happening in the Southeast, and it is in no way helping the Southeasterners. Well, who knows if the federal government is willing to look into this issue and bring lasting solution to it.
I'm a Yoruba man. I have the spirit of Oduduwa in me. If you kill me, you cannot kill my spirit. Nobody. So Biafra is a spirit that no human being can conquer. You can't conquer it. Every Igbo man, whether you like it or not, you're a Biafra. Me personally. Forget politics. People are not play politics. No. It's not about politics. It's about the fact. Every man that was born in the East, they have this Biafra spirit in them. I have the Yoruba spirit in me. Also would have the Arewa spirit in them. Do you understand? Okay, let me give an example. After the Civil War, you bomb them, you destroy their properties. Then we saw children in videos with kwashoko, big bellies, begging. We saw these videos. Then what did God do for them? God made sure that today they are everywhere, they are where they are, because of that Biafra spirit in them, which no human being can conquer. It's a fact. You know, some people that they are so afraid they are not a Biafra. You are a Biafra man. If you are an Igbo man, you are a Biafra man. Peter Obi is an Igbo man, is a Biafra man. For example, our president Bola Ahmed Tinubu said Yoruba man. He said, "Oh, you are man." You can see. I am first an Igbo person, then a Yoruba person, then before I'm a Nigerian. So an Igbo man first is a Biafran, then before he's a Nigerian. That's who he is. You can't deceive yourself. You can be deceiving yourself every time, but the truth will catch up with you one day. I said to people, I said, even if you kill all the Igbo people and remaining one little child, that child is Biafra. That's why it cannot be defeated. They are everywhere now. Are they not everywhere? Where do you go that you won't see them? In shops, in marketplaces, all over the world. They're everywhere. So you can't defeat them. So holding Kanu will only embolden them. Terrorist sponsors are not in detention in Nigeria. People, for example, even Sunday go to Obama that said he wanted to do it, is free. Then why is Nnamdi Kanu in detention? Do you know what I'm saying? Now listen to me. When Nnamdi Kanu appeared in court, did you watch the court proceedings? When he appeared in court and he was speaking boldly. So my best friend is an Igbo person. He called me and said, I've watched the video. I said, what did you see from the video? He said, no, he just saw Nnamdi Kanu speaking. I said, you don't understand spiritual matters. The spirit of Dimodume Gojuku was speaking in Nnamdi Kanu that court proceeding. He was very bold. He was telling the because you cannot try me in this court. It is the spirit of a man that makes a man, not the body. The body can die, but the spirit cannot die. Okay, after the civil war, why is Biafra still on people's lips today? It's not supposed to die because the spirit refused to die. That's what they don't know. The spirit refused. The body can die. The body is human flesh.
So it's from generation to generation.
No, but yes now. So whether you like it or not, whether you try to deceive yourself or not, it cannot go. Especially the way you are marginalizing them. You understand? Let me give an example. In education, in journalism, in law, Yoruba people, they are majorly there. That's why you see the NUG and everything, they are in Lagos, in Yoruba land. In military, majorly people that are in military majorly are the northern people. It's a fact. That's why you see military headquarters is in Kaduna State. In Nigeria, they talk about business, importers. They are majorly the Igbo people. But where is the seaport in Igbo land? That is the question. There's no seaport there, and it is deliberate. Or this thing is not deliberate. It's deliberate now. So until you make sure that if there's justice, fairness, and equity in Nigeria, then all of us will be able to move forward. But if we keep deceiving ourselves, one Nigeria, this one is better than Nigeria, you are just, you cannot beat a child and ask the child not to cry. You know the truth. One Nigeria, don't see anything. It's just one. It's one Nigeria that looks like a Fulani country. One Nigeria that favors people and does not favor the other people. You understand? Give government the seaports. Lagos will be depopulated. Give them seaports in their place. They have their place for seaports.
One good governance at this point.
Okay, yes, Barrister Frank,
Yes.
Here is the thing. Abba, like you said, and Abia State has been the beacon of exemplary leadership from the governorship perspective. Just recently, the president said that Nigerians should hold their governors responsible if they are not feeling, the dividends of democracy within their state or their community. For Abia State, ever since Alex Oti was declared the governor of the state, there has been a surge in developmental efforts there, just like you said. Now, who are these fifth columnists? Who are these individuals that would want to mutilate this stride in Abia State? You would expect that other southeastern governors will take up this opportunity to also work along with, Alex Oti and revitalize the southeastern states, considering the fact that a lot of underdevelopment has taken place there. So who are these fifth columnists? Who are next? No tag. They didn't have any motto, any whatever on the uniform they wore. And based on what the Nigerian military just said, they tagged them IPOB and ESN. So in other words, they have profiled without going ahead to investigate. And they came and granted this press conference. You've already profiled these individuals. You know what that means. So who are these individuals? What is the plan? What's the grand scheme? The grand scheme here?
It is simplistic and very unnatural and very uncanny to conclude that those assailants are IPOB. It's a very simple, because the military themselves say that the attackers were masked.
Yes.
And in everything around them, there is no insignia to show who they are or what they represented. So how come the military just concluded that they are IPOB men, and then it is not tidy, and we want to urge the military to look deeper and not hold on what they could see as a low-hanging fruit. Because IPOB has been erroneously proscribed, that it is IPOB. The issue of proscription of IPOB is still a contentious one, because the whole of the world, none of them recognize such proscription. The Mieti Allah, which was absolutely proscribed outside Nigeria and attacked the fourth largest terrorist organization in the world, their leader had just received the discontinuance of his trial in court.
Exactly. He was cleared of all terrorism-related charges.
The Federation entered a nolle prosequi, and all the charges against him were dropped. So when things like this happen, it worries sensible Nigerians and observers and watchers of Nigerian politics, because the leader of indigenous people of Biafra has been in detention and has received court judgment saying it should be released, both at the state level and the Federal High Court. The Court of Appeal has also said that he should be released and compensation paid to him. That detention is illegal, but still, federal government is still holding him for whatever reasons that they know. And that is why Nigerians want to salute Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, who has advised the government that they should explore political solution and issue and the case of Nnamdi Kanu. The same way the government deployed political solution.
Yes, Barrister Fred, just like you talked about Miyetti Allah, the incarceration of Nnamdi Kanu happened before this Miyetti Allah leader who was declared a terrorist, and now he has been cleared of it. What exactly do you think they have, I don't know, the federal government has against Nnamdi Kanu that they have been taking so long in keeping him within the DSS custody? He has asked for access to medical checkup. He has asked that, okay, let me be placed under house arrest. Whatever conditions you want to give, I'll obey them. He has asked that if you cannot do that, grant me access, let me transfer me to Kuje prison so that I can strategically discuss with my legal counsel. But all of this has been turned down. The last time when he requested for bail, guess what happened? They declined. Nnamdi Kanu vituperated in court. He had to defend himself. So what exactly is the problem? Because this is the reason why there are conspiracy theories that this is deliberate, possibly because of the geographical location.
I want to speak exactly what the court has said. The court has said, releasing Nnamdi Kanu. Federal High Court said so. Abia State High Court said so. Court of Appeal said so. Releasing Nnamdi Kanu, let him go home and pay him compensation because of the illegal extraordinary rendition, which is akin to a state kidnap, which the government of Muhammad Buhari perpetrated in 2021. So what else do I have to say apart from the fact that now there are no charges against Sunday Igboho? He is at home. There are no charges against the leader of Miyetti Allah. He has gone home. An organization that threatened the sitting governor and said, the same man said that they would have shot and killed Samuel Autumn of Benue State, and that he was, even while he was a sitting governor. And then they were seen taking photographs with all manner of people, including Gumi, Alhaji Gumi, who will take photographs with them, say Gumi, and you will see them with automatic assault rifles. And nobody has said anything against them. Today, the charges against the leader has been dropped. So how do you want a reasonable Nigerian to think? What is the offense of Nnamdi Kanu that he should not be let off the hook based on the judgment of the courts, not one, not two, but three judgments, not only at the High Court, but at the level of High Court of Appeal. So the only government knows why they are still keeping him. But for whatever reason they are keeping Nnamdi Kanu, his continued detention is illegal, illegitimate, unlawful, and an abuse of his fundamental right as a citizen, and abuse of the provisions of the Constitution. Now, Atiku Abubakar has said that when this man is out, let us now use the opportunity to separate the wheat from the chaff, so that let us know who are actually on the side of the people and those who are trying to cause confusion in the system. In 2022, under President Muhammad Buhari, there was a gun battle between, there was a news report came that there was gun battle between some unidentified unknown gunmen that they called ESN with the soldiers. And then about 2 or 3 of them were killed. The 2 or 3 unknown gunmen operatives were killed. And one of them was identified to be an operative of the SSS. It was in the news and it was quickly covered up. What did that tell you? That tells you that there is more to what is going on than meets the eye.
There's an agenda somewhere.
The government must not lend itself to all these conspiracy theories, and some of them are issues that some people know what is going on, but the majority really don't know what is going on in the politics.
How do you think the president can stop this agenda? Like you said, there's an agenda somewhere. Somebody's trying to make an agenda realistic, which will not be good for the stability of the nation. How do you think the president should intervene here? Because there have been calls on the president to intervene in this matter. How soon and how should he intervene actually?
Whatever authority that the Attorney General derived to enter nolle prosequi in favor of the leader of Miyetti Allah, Attorney General should also use such authority to enter non-prosecution in favor of Nnamdi Kanu, because he has the constitutional authority so to do. If he derives that authority from the instructions of Mr. President, let Mr. President also instruct him in respect of Nnamdi Kanu. Because people have said times with that number that Nnamdi Kanu himself has said he never authorized anybody to kill or maim or even disturb the people or the peace of the people. He has said that openly times with that number. And he is kept in incarceration. If he's released, then we will now, government will now be able, nobody can now come out and say he is fighting for release of Nnamdi Kanu. Today, he has even asked them, stop fighting on my behalf. I will fight my battle constitutionally and come out victorious. He has said so, times with that number. But there are people who are criminally minded and who are causing problem in the system, killing innocent ones, all in the name of the fight for Biafra. They are not fighting for Biafra. There must be difference between Biafran agitators and the mere criminals sponsored by whoever we don't know, that are trying to cause mayhem and challenges and problems in the whole of Southeast.
The North is never shy to talk about the Northern agenda or the Arewa agenda. You see them come together and have a meeting on how they can push the Arewa forward, the agenda of the Arewa. Now, the West is never shy to talk about the Oduduwa agenda, Tiwa Tiwa. They have meetings, they have people that come together and talk about this agenda. But it is only the Igbo agenda or anything about Biafra that people find, they see it as something as a threat. It's something that is uncalled for. What happened during the Biafra Day celebration has shown the hatred most Nigerians have for the Igbo man. And it's unfair that we are having this conversation at this point in time. When you call the word Biafra or IPOB, people just feel like it's a detesting word. They detest that word. They see you as somebody who is not a human being. This is revealed in the hatred. Like Shore put, it is in the blood and veins of most Nigerians. What happened yesterday, that's the Biafra, the 30th of May 2024, is something that people are remembered for. 5 million people, from 3 to 5 million people have been killed in a civil war. And these are people that are part of Nigeria. These are people that have helped build Nigeria. These are people that fought for independence. You don't respect their day. We have a June 12th for Abia and all that concerns about the Arewa people. They openly speak about this Arewa agenda and nobody crucifies them for that. But if it's the Igbo, that's become a taboo. You can see how the North come with a kind of Northern influence. They look at the interest of the North and nobody looks at it. Remember when they advised P2B and the Igbos that Igbos don't have a leader. Igbos are not supporting their own. That Igbos should find among themselves somebody that they are going to support for an election. That's why they don't win elections. Now, a P2B came and a portion of Igbos came together, largely supporting him. The same people are now saying that P2B is running an ethnic agenda. Which is more ethnic, with Tinubu saying that. Which is more ethnic, with Atiku saying that don't vote for any other person, but vote for me, your northern brother, which he said in the North during the elections, during the campaigns. It is only P2B that people are always complaining about. This shows the hatred that people have for these Igbo people, independent people of Biafra, which they have been called by. A Biafra Day celebration that should be adopted by the state and the governors of the Southeast is something that people are demonizing. So many people had to go on Twitter and say so many things, carry out propaganda, which is the Southwest mostly is known for that kind of thing, carrying out propaganda. It's unfortunate that if you want the Igbos as part of this enclave, as part of this society, let there be something to show for it. Show them in the way you handle them, in the way you carry them along with the things that are happening in the country today. If you want the Igbos to be part of this entity, your courtesy, the things you do to them will make them not feel belonging. And there's no how you beat a child that the child will not cry. There's no how you beat a goat that the goat will even cry. I'm bringing our attention to what is happening in Abia State. Abia State won by the Labour Party. The governor is Alex Oti, a relatively peaceful state. There's a plan by some actors to cause chaos in that state, to bring insecurity in that state. And you know, in a state that there's insecurity, it is hard for the governor to govern. Abia State has seen the light with the performance of the governor, Alex Oti, a transparent governor. To an extent, people are satisfied with his governance. Now, many actors are using this Biafra Day celebration to perpetrate evil and cause insecurity in that part of the Southeast. You see, 3 soldiers were killed during that 2 or 3, something around that number, were killed during that Biafra celebration. Soldiers were attacked, and the soldiers went on rampage, going from house to house as their normal practice, like what they did to the Okwama people. You want to start another uprising in Abia State? Unknown actors, some actors that are unhappy with the development in Abia State. They want to sabotage the efforts of Governor Alex Oti. But let this be a warning to everyone that is trying to bring evil, that has an evil intention for the Southeast, especially Abia State. You are not going to succeed. You know why? Because the people are behind their governor. When the people support a democracy willingly, the people are not looking for anything from their governor. Whether they are expecting, okay, put us in your government, my brother is here, we need to eat from your Abia State national state cake. Yes, we need funds and everything. They are not supporting the governor because of what the governor is giving to them as palliatives. They are supporting the governor because they believe the governor have the capacity, have them at heart to provide good governance. Look at how it started with the infrastructure. Roads, network here, transforming Abba, transforming Abba. And there are people, there are governors, there are state actors that are unhappy with what's happening in the Southeast. Some state actors are bent on making sure that the Southeast is ungovernable so that they can govern the country. We rebuke killings of Nigerians. We don't support, we condemn the killings of the soldiers. So we are calling the soldiers that we condemn the killings. These are unknown gunmen and non-state actors in that state. When it has to do with an Igbo man, they go to the extreme to bring forth the wrath of the law. If it has to do with another interest, you see, people will just try to play politics and lobby here and there. People are trying to work against the governance of Alex Oti in Abia State. We'll never forget the narrative that is being pushed by some actors on Twitter, on social media, that over 300,000 students could not write mathematics WAEC exam in the Southeast. They started pushing that narrative, that propaganda, never confirming the authenticity of that report, never confirming whether it is true nor it is untrue. Now pushing that narrative to demonize the people in the Southeast, the IPOB and all have you. But from research, from investigation, we found out that these students actually wrote the exams. You can see how bad these people are, how evil these people are. You can see how these people are making every effort to bring down a particular people in the region. Let the information sink. Students wrote exams in the Southeast. Nobody was stopped from writing exams. That is the report. That is the truth we have in the Southeast. Anybody telling you that people, the likes of Reno Omokri and co, Awojide and co, and all these propagandists, anyone telling you that people did not write exams, they're just trying to push a narrative. I understand what they are trying to do. Push this narrative, and the minds of people are changed. They start hating you. That's why you see so much bigotry in Nigeria today, because we have had these people elevated, given the space to run. Propagandists and people that's planting bigotry, evil, and hate amongst the people. They wrote exams in the Southeast. Don't let anybody come and bobo you and fool you. They wrote exams. Nobody was stopped from writing exams. And mind you, anybody pushing those agendas, look at them very well. Look at them with a different perspective. They are evil. Imagine a country that we claim to be one, but in our actions, we don't seem to be one. In our actions, we don't even love ourselves. And people are just deceiving themselves, saying that Nigeria, we are going to. If the country is not united, there can never be progress. If you have a certain tribe that has been relegated to the back, that has been looked down upon, if you have a tribe that has been detested and hated, for reasons that we cannot explain the reasons why this tribe is hated, and you think that you're going to move on the country. Nigeria, since independence, have been backward. After the Civil War, you can see there's always retrogression. Nigerians cannot move forward if we don't find a common ground that we can stay together. If we cannot stay together, let's tell ourselves the truth, then you have to split the country. If you cannot stay together, Iwanyan is telling the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that he's to restructure the country so that each region will operate in its capacity and produce in its capacity. That's when you can have a country as successful, biggest black nation in Africa, in the world, that will be reckoned with. Nigerians will be reckoned with if we follow the advice of Iwanyan. What is wrong with the P2P presidency? What is wrong with an Igbo man becoming president? What is wrong with any Nigerian becoming president? You advised Igbos that they should come together. They don't know how to play politics. They don't know how to play politics. They are divided. They should come together and have a consensus candidate. And there's a man, P2B, which represented the general interest of Igbos. In a way, because he's an Igbo man. Most Igbos, you call them Igbo obedient and whatever. Young people, the man. What about an Igbo man is that Igbos don't support their own because of tribal whatever. If it were a Ajuz or Kanu or Korocha, so we never get the support of Igbos because Igbos, they don't support people based on the tribe. Largely, they support people looking at your antecedent. We don't support people based on tribe. We're not supporting P2B because he's an Igbo man. We are supporting because he has a track record that he has shown to us, and we can see it is not what the propaganda people are just showing up and down on social media. We have what we look at Labour Party Abia State. They just got there within a year. You see transformation. PDP has been there for more than 20 years, and there's nothing to show for it. And you can see this guy hobnobbing with a P2B. So the criminalization of the Igbo man, the IPOB person, as a terrorist, as what, will not move the country forward, will not move me and you forward. It is until we find a common ground that we can move Nigeria forward. Nigeria can be great. But the people in it are not willing to make it great. They are deceiving themselves by relegating the Igbos back. So we are placing an alert. There are non-state actors that don't want the progress of Abia State. Non-state actors that are finding a way to cause insecurity, to cause insecurity, to destabilize the administration of Alex Oti. People, wise up. Just wise up. Wise up. Wake up. Wake up. Don't let bigotry, don't let ethnicity blind your eyes. You are first a human being before anything else. You are first a human being before anything else. You have had the Northerners hold power for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. You can see that the North is underdeveloped. They are the most poorest. They are the most backward. So what has ethnicity done to you as a person? What has religion done to you as a person? Look at someone that has your interest at heart, that has the capacity, that has the competence. You are seeing obedient people as they're rude, they're arrogant. You can't compare what obedience, as you allege, are doing now to what the APC did during Jonathan regime. Under Buhari, some people were flogged for saying Buhari must go. The APC miscreants came together and formed a vigilante and started harassing people that were saying Buhari must go. The obedience have been kind themselves. They are being attacked. Look at how they started with the obituary report, opinion poll by Sam Omaseye. You started these attacks on people that are tired of the APC and current leadership, and you expect them to just look at you and not do anything. We will not be gaslighted. Those powers that are wanting Alex Oti to fail in Abia State, they are going to fail. We want progress for everyone, any part of Nigeria. We want good governance for everyone in every part of Nigeria, whether you're in the north, south, west, east, whether you're Fulani, Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, Ibibio, Tiv, wherever you are. We want good governance for the people of Nigeria. Nobody is playing ethnicity card. I'm not an ethnic person. I want good governance, the dividends of democracy for the people of Nigeria. So the Biafra Day celebration, if you have hatred for an Igbo person, remember that person has a head, eyes, nose, has parts of the body like you. He's a human being. Remember, in every tribe, there's a good, bad, evil person. In every tribe, there are people that misbehave, people that are honest. They're in every tribe. If you now generalize and call people a set of people, you call them, you demonize them. You're not what being a human being. You're not what being a human being. So Biafra Day celebration yesterday got me to understand the length, the weight of hatred some people from the southwest, the north, have for the Igbo people. I look on Twitter and I see tweets, people tweeting here and there and saying all sorts of things just because people are celebrating a day that they lost millions of their people to hunger. Or do you expect them not to celebrate? Are you expecting them not to celebrate? I don't understand. It's unfortunate at this point in time. We need to look inwards and see how we can make our lives better, not because I'm Igbo, you're Hausa, or you're Yoruba.
You can see it for yourself. It is just like what happened in Okoma. Initially, they told us they were on a peace mission. But at the end of the day, all these things were linked to, them going for oil-related fights. It was not even as if they were really on a peace mission. It has to do with those who have been stealing oil in the South and all that. And that led to what happened in Okoma. Lives were lost, properties were destroyed, and all that. We all know the story, and you can see a repetition of that happening in Abia State. The Abia State, Alex Otis working night and day to repair, the Abia State that has been destroyed by the PDP government, that has been the one ruling the state for a very long time. There are a whole lot to be done in Abia State, and Alex Otis is taking one step at a time in addressing all the infrastructural and other related issues that Abia State has suffered. And people, out of jealousy, think, igniting insecurity condition in the state will be the only way to dent Alex Otis' effort. And I tell you, this man is out to fix Abia. Whether the unknown gunmen or the unknown gunmen or whatever they call themselves, they are being sent or being used to spoil the good work of Abia State and Abia State governor. They will not succeed. So guys, I don't know what you make of this, but the only thing we've got to say is that the military should learn that we are in a democracy. The Nigerian military should come to terms that we are in a democracy. Even when your men are being attacked, you don't just go out and start retaliating. What kind of nation are we in? Honestly, what kind of country have we found ourselves? Does it mean this democracy is just on the paper? It's not really, reflecting. It's not really being shown. It's not being practiced. In such a scenario, you have to go back, pull back your men, go and allow proper investigation to be done, and then get rid of the culprits. Get rid of these people from the society. You can put them in jail, penalize them in your own terms. But we didn't see that. When this incident happened, the army got loose and many civilians were caught into this, and we must all condemn it. So guys, I don't know what you have to say about this in the comment section below. Don't forget to drop your thoughts, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell for more. Thank you.